do that. That at least reserves that space. We don't necessarily need this bit. In fact, it is a bit out of line, but it's fine. And then we can just run this line back to the stone fields and then just put some miners down and should be good to go. A smelting array. Oh, I think that's meant to be second copper array. Yeah. Yeah, that's second copper, so yeah, screw it. Let's just do it right next to it, that it actually lines up. It'll mean that I can't bring more copper through later, but hopefully by the time I'm looking to do that sort of expansionism, we will have bots and stuff online. Good. Second line of copper coming through. So basically we want to go up here in order to go above the copper line. Yep. And then we can use that as our stop. Speaking of, we've got a little bit of stone here already. So, how do we get this to work? Basically, going downwards. That'll be fine. Because then we can use a run right there with like that as the connecting line. Power. And just in and join it. And then the 7 belts here will be able to output their stone that way. However, ideally I think what we want to do is we want to input preference right and feed in like that. And then that makes sure that this belt here should never clog up, because this belt is the one that's currently filtering the stone from the copper. Good. And then we just need to connect with this through to there. So we've got stone coming in. We can split off some of that stone in order to get stone bricks up and running as well. Okay, priority is also right. There we go. All stone tapped. Now this coal, so if this is done, we can get rid of even that splitter. Clean all of this up. Might do is get rid of some of these miners that are not doing anything here. Just make it look a bit clearer. And then over here, let's see. So, like that. Good. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I think we've gotten rid of any. Yeah, we've gotten rid of the requirement for this filter down the bottom here. Also, what's going on here? Why? I must have run out of iron mines. There we go. Now it's just the copper and stone, and we can see that the stone is all coming through and preventing this line from backing up. It's actually the copper that's going to make it back up. I think we still have enough coal production. But ideally, I don't want the coal production to run out though, so probably it's a good idea to there you go. We run a copper line. Now all of this down here is no longer being used, so I think we should probably decon that as well. Beautiful when a good player is playing it. Okay, so what is it like when I'm playing it? Ink. Ditch. All of that. No, you said it's beautiful when a good player is playing it. Yep, cool. So my pistol is now gone. Fine. Oh, and we can deconstruct most of this rubbish. Now, I think let's move the radar up to here. And rid of. Ooh. Really? Good, it can go there for now. Never be that organized or planned out when building these kinds of bases. Well, you've already seen that I screwed up the main bus is too small. And moving that, thankfully it's only sort of a single tile where I've got room to just push back the underground belt, and so hopefully it shouldn't be super problematic. Duct tape. Duct tape. Okay, we can get rid of. Oh, we just killed power to the smelters. So this, and actually, if I move that down 1, that'll connect, and then we basically just need. There we go, that gets everything back online, and then we can get rid of these small poles that aren't being used. What I might do is every second. Can you play? It looks like everything is holding with duct tape. I think probably my earliest playthroughs, I would say that was not inaccurate. But yeah, I tend to be more of a more sort of architect and try to build things right the first time, and so trying to think of how things are going to be sort of anticipating what issues are going to come up. And I do the same at work. I had a young woman, a 17-year-old, who had been in a motor vehicle accident. I saw her like 48 hours ago now, and she was in a C-spine collar, so where they're not allowed to move their neck at all, because we haven't yet cleared that they don't have a spinal fracture. That could mean that they've got a unstable spine, and therefore at risk of of destroying their spinal cord and becoming a paraquadra, potentially paralyzing the diaphragm, and they're paraplegic. Paraplegic. Yet. And so I wrote her up for a bit of extra like morphine because of a little bit of neck pain she was having type thing. But one thing I did do was I wrote her up for some PRN being wrong and slow. Yeah, that is exactly what I do. Oh, come on. Okay. What I'm going to need to do is I'm actually going to need to move this belt up and have less in between space. Because I've just realized, of course, I need to have an output here, which I couldn't do with where that belt was trying to be moved to. At which point I may as well move everything back. So I at the time wrote her up for PRN, which basically means as required, but the patient can request it if they need it, or if the symptom, if the indication you've written comes up, then the nurses can give it without having to come find you and get another prescription. But at the same time, it's not a regular medication. It's not something you just automatically give them. It's something that, as indicated, I think is probably what PRN actually translates as. No, I think it's more as needed. So I wrote up some anti-nausea medication. At that stage, she denied nausea. She had not had nausea at any point. But my reason for it, and what I said to both her and to the nurse, was that because she had to stay completely still with this collar on, I didn't want her having nausea and potentially needing to vomit while not able to move and sit up. And yeah, suffice to say, 45 minutes later, they had to give the antiemetic. They had to give the anti-nausea because she was developing nausea and getting close to needing to vomit. And the nurse even commented how, that sort of anticipating, which is what I just always tend to do. But yeah, it stood out to her as something that seemed unnecessary at the time, but was 100% spot on. I'm I'm an MD. I graduated Doctor of Medicine end of 2021, and have been practicing for 3 years now. And next year, actually, I spent a lot of time in emergency departments. But next year, I will actually be the intensive care registrar in one of the towns around here, and that is very much my area of interest. Oh, hang on, that's wrong, isn't it? This needs to move up. I put stone. Oh, yeah, big brain planning. Yeah. But yeah, it's just sort of thinking ahead and anticipating, and part of it's having seen things enough times to also know what the potential issues are going to be, and then just accommodating for them. No copper anywhere down here. Go. I guess let's get rid of some of this. Here we go. Steel. Iron. Steel. Oh dear God. How did that happen? Dude, what? Cool. I'm going to have even more of a full inventory in a minute. Good, at least that iron was backed up there. I think it's going to be easiest just to make some wooden crates for... Okay. For this stone. We can try to clear out inventory a bit. Took you only like 3 years, what, to become a doctor? Oh dear God, I just screwed it up again. Oh. Pull all of this back. I am the big dumb. Being wrong and slow. Only problem is you have no idea what the right way is until too late. Yeah. And part of that is experience. From having like made that error multiple times. That error multiple times. Like even here, I've screwed up what side of belts things go on before. Still didn't think to double check that it was going to be correct the way the stone was coming, and yeah, cool. Stone is now only on the outside of this belt. Good. Now can we clean up all? There we go. Cloud-enabled Arduino-based tally light for the mic. The mic? As in, do you have a... Is it tallying how often your microphone lights up? Or what are you tallying? Grenades. Yellow. Oh. Oh, what is that? It is... No. Oh, it is. It's just the 90-90 rule. The 90-90 rule. The first 90% of the code accounts for the first 90% of the development time. The remaining 10% of the code accounts for the other 90% of the development time. Make and print a proper case for it. Mika Mick Arm. Mika Mike Arm. Okay, fine. And then what? As a built-in light, I've upgraded both with the latest LED light. Yeah. Oh, okay, is tally light just the name of the type of light or something? Where is the attack happening? Ah, yuck. I thought you meant you had some sort of like tally counter, like a digit display or something like that. And if you did have an actual tally, then obviously, yeah, the question is, what are you tallying? What is it counting? But if it's just a light controller, then okay, that makes more sense. Spiders, hello. Oh, change to the weapon that isn't going to destroy my base even further. Factorio. Did you just TOS appropriate? Was that your TOS substitution? Or a attempted non-swearing? I'll see it get destroyed. I don't think so. Back is funnier. Trying to give yellow tally light. Okay, yeah. So roller drive your yellow tack Mika Mick tally light. Yeah, okay. So it's the name of that type of light, I guess, is tally light. Hello flowers, how are you going today? Yep, I've already destroyed those. Oh. But let's deals. Actually, what I might do. Let's go get rid of a lot of normal inserters. Help free up my inventory a bit without deleting deal. Do today as you do every day. Weep and existentially be threatened. I mean, mood. Yeah, okay. So I can replace the infrastructure here, but plates and stone bricks. I need to get stone bricks up and running if I'm going to. Yeah. Stop it. Stop attacking that part of the base. Good. So, yeah. Very clearly in the pollution cloud. There's more pollution hitting that. We've got a couple more that are getting pretty close. So, let's look at putting a bit of defense in. So just ignoring it. Well, I'm putting defense so that I can ignore it, but At least ignore it for a time until we can get things. How's the dock doing? The dock is making things look harder than they should be. Probably like that. No, that's not. Let's go back one. Yeah. But I can then line it up by doing that. Sweet. But getting nicely set up in Factorio, and yeah, cool. This is branch off of the stone line. And then, of course, going to just our coal line. Need to put the smelters in place. We get stone bricks. We can then use the stone bricks in order to get steel furnace. And then steel furnaces mean we can upgrade our copper smelter mainly in order to, what, no, copper, our iron smelter, in order to saturate a red belt. We'll also make the steel furnace. Better. Good, and also at this point I should be able to go back and actually pick up some stone furnaces because I've had plenty of time to craft up a chest by now. Awesome. So then this here is just going to be a stone bricks. May as well keep it through. Great. 3+ years ago, left edge of the image. Is this your original setup or something? Okay, grab that. Let's go check on the stone furnaces, because that box... Hey, that looks like my desk used to. My desk is still rubbish, but it doesn't look like a workspace, it's like rubbish. Okay, good. Some more furnaces. Where's steel furnace? Here we go, steel furnace. So ideally, we want to try to get this up and running, which is going to need stone bricks and steel, both of which are, of course, on their way. Output crate. And get that. Great. So, you build and stone bricks. There's meant to be steel here on the copper line. Probably easy to do it like that. Take it back one more, but I can put that there. Loop that over, loop that over. And there we go. Oh, I forgot what I was looking at. Something on the left, I think you said. Left edge of the image. The light at the bottom of the... Oh, it's a video. But yeah, that red and white light. Which, is that just a servo arm? Or is that okay? So does it change color when it picks up that you're speaking? More wise than a typical anime frame. Yeah. You need stone bricks. Stone bricks need to come in on this line. This line also needs iron ore, I think. Yep. Oh. Stone bricks need to be on the left side here. And cool. So this here's got to be stone bricks. Yep, that'll work. This will at least work. Yeah. So this will work once I have both sides of the belt being saturated, which I should be able to get because we now have more belters on me. 1 o'clock.